Greetings from Scouse Farm, and as you can see from the top of the little channel I'm in, the wind is high. It's been raining all morning. It was heavy winds yesterday, but I've got to get this video done because at the minute I can only do videos on weekends. So I'm going to do a little talk in this channel and hope the wind doesn't affect the mic, because I'm standing right by the River Mersey. So you'll see what I'm here to see very soon. And I'm just south of Hale Village. That's a place I've already done a video, because it's the location of what is reported to be the world's tallest man, and I did do a video, so I'll leave a link up there. Where are we? There I am. I'll leave a link up there to that video if you want to look at Hale Village, which is a stunning, beautiful old English type country village. It's just a really quaint little place, very close to the heart of Liverpool, so like a step back in time. Well, let me spin you around, and in the background you'll see, as I'm walking down now, you'll see the River Mersey start to appear, and I'm here to see a lighthouse, and it's now private, so I can't go too close to it or in the grounds, but you'll see anyway when I get out the bottom. And it's the Hale Lighthouse, and it was built, or originally there was a lighthouse on site here in 1838, but the one you're about to see was built in 1906 and I think started operationally in about 1907. And it's, as mentioned, it's located south of Hale Village and placed strategically along the shore of the River Mersey, because the River Mersey is quite a treacherous stretch of water that has been the bane of many a ship's captain over the years. And there are points where the sandbanks when the tide goes out are quite high, so the lighthouse was to stop people running aground originally, and then just to navigate them down through the Mersey towards Spike Island where they would offload cargo. And it's been in operation since, or it was in operation since 1838. A small tower and then a larger tower was placed there in 1906, as mentioned. There was already a private bathing house, like a little spa retreat, on site when the lighthouse was built, because a local prominent family used it as probably just a little getaway from the village down to the river for a bit of peace and quiet. But that was then turned into the lighthouse keeper's cottage, and it stayed that way until that also was demolished later on and replaced by a bungalow. The family in question are hopefully the wind isn't all over the mic, but the family in question are the Island Blackburn family, and they're also mentioned in the video I did of Hale, because they're quite famous, or Sir Gilbert Island was quite infamous for his treatment of the aforementioned world's tallest man. So again, have a little look at that video for some more history about the village itself. This tower that you're going to see when we pop out the bottom is 45 feet tall, although there is an article that says it's 58 feet tall. But being a private residence, I'm not going to jump over the wall and have a little look at it with a tape measure, so I'm just going to go with the 45 feet because that's what most of them say. And when it was decommissioned in 1958, it was replaced by marker buoys, so those who were using the lighthouse for reference points then had to just use the buoys that have been left there to this day. So if you do come up and down the Mersey now, there is no lighthouse to give you a guide. And let's just walk down, and these bushes are getting a bit smaller, so the wind might pick up. But yeah, the ships used to travel down past the lighthouse that you can see in the background, and then off they went to Spike Island, which is where I've also done a video. And Spike Island was where the world's first ship-to-shore rail point was put in commission. So the railway was built right up to the end of Spike Island, and then when the trade ships used to dock there, they could take the crates and the barrels and then just put them directly onto the back of a train carriage, and then off it would go up towards Warrington and Manchester and elsewhere. So that was the world's first ship-to-shore offload point for cargo. And where are we now? Let's see if I can point you around it. You can't see much because of the mist, but Spike Island is up that way. So again, if you want to see that, I did a video there, so I'll leave a link again up here. During the video you'll be able to see if you want to look at Spike Island as well. And if you do want to see the lenses that were used in the lighthouse when it was operational, apparently they're in the Liverpool Maritime Museum in the city centre, and they were oil powered lamps with lenses on the end of them, and apparently they had 250 candle power. So I imagine that was the unit of measure before, you know, wattages of light bulbs. So 250 candles was meant to have been seen from over 40 miles away. So I imagine it was very bright, and that is a double-edged sword, because when it comes to the war, World War II, the lighthouse keepers, so the story goes, the lighthouse keeper's wife, she went outside the lighthouse to open the shutters, and apparently a German aircraft fired upon her when she was doing it, because the German Luftwaffe, when they were coming in to bomb Liverpool from this direction, they would often use the lighthouse as a reference point. So again, it was trying to keep the ships from running aground, but it was also being used by the Germans to target Liverpool and know where they were in relation to the Mersey and the land. So a double-edged sword. But now it's rain's picking up as well, and you can't catch a break when you do these videos. Sometimes you really can't. Today's Sunday, yesterday was very, very sunny, but the wind was very high, so I decided not to come down and do it yesterday. And it's been raining all morning, but it did say that the wind would be lower, so yet again it's just lied completely, and it is in no way accurate. So what the weather app suggests is never what is actually happening. But we'll have a little look when we get out the bottom, and we'll have a peep at the lighthouse. And then it is often used around this area for dog walking, runners, people on bikes, I think, because if you spin your arm, that's a nature path all the way up towards Speke Airport that way, which is not very far away, and you can see it's all like farmland around this way. Oh. And then if you go left at the end and keep walking up, I think you come out into Pickering's pasture, which is another like nature park. And Pickering's pasture used to be a landfill site or something like that, and then they redesignated it as a nature path when they closed it down. And United Utilities use parts of it, I believe, as a water treatment plant. So it has still some modern use, but it's also a nature park, so they haven't just left it to go to ruin. But on a day like today, there's no point me going up there trying to do a video as well, because I'm already drenched. We've got information plaques here, so I'll go and have a little look at what they say as we spin past the Hale Lighthouse. Oh, wind. Not a bad sight, eh? Oh, ridiculous. Right, don't worry viewers, I won't keep you long with the wind noise. Mersey mud saves lives. Sounds like it should be on a t-shirt. And a little bit of history of the vessels going up and down when the lighthouse, as mentioned there, 1838, and then opened in 1907, or built in 1906. And as you can see, a very, well, on a clear day it would be a very nice spot to be, but today it's not the best. Still always good to be near the Mersey. Right viewers, that'll do ya. Thank you all very much for watching. I'm going to get dry, hopefully, on Scouse Farm, Hale Lighthouse.